Hello guys, it's me Brendan, and today I would like to tell you a story. The story I'm about to tell you today is not a made-up story or a folklore or a fairy tale. It's a true event. It's a real life story. So please listen closely and I hope you enjoy it. There is a man who pushes a boulder up a mountain. Every day he wakes up before dawn, places his hand against the cold stone and begins to push. His muscles strain, his feet dig into the earth. Inch by inch, hour by hour, he forces the boulder upward. By evening he reaches the summit, exhausted and drenched in sweat. And then as the sun sets, the boulder rolls back down to where it began. The next morning, the man wakes and does it again. This is the myth of Sisyphus, a Greek king condemned by the gods to repeat this meaningless task for eternity. It is a story about punishment, about futility, about the cruelty of existence. But the philosopher Albert Camus saw something else in this myth. He saw us, he saw the truth of human life. We wake up each morning to go and work at jobs that will never be finished. We build careers that will be forgotten. We create art that will fade. We love people who will leave us, either by choice or by death. We pursue goals that, once achieved, reveal new mountains to climb. The boulder always rolls back down. The work is never done, and yet we continue. Most people, when they grasp this truth, fall into despair. If nothing lasts, if all effort is temporary, if death erases everything we build, what is the point? Why push the boulder at all? This is what Camus called the absurd. The collision between our human need for meaning and the universe's indifference to that need. We crave purpose in a world that offers none. But here is where the story transforms. Camus asks us to imagine Sisyphus differently, not as a tortured victim, but as a hero. Picture him walking back down the mountain after the boulder has fallen. His task is paused. The gods are not watching. In this quiet descent, Sisyphus is free. And in that freedom, Camus suggests Sisyphus chooses. He chooses to return to the boulder. He chooses to push again. He is fully aware that the task is meaningless, that the boulder will fall, that nothing he does matters in any cosmic sense, and yet he pushes anyway. This is the moment of triumph, not when he reaches the top, not when he defeats the gods or escapes his fate. The triumph is in the return. The triumph is in the choice to continue despite knowing the truth. Sisyphus became the absurd hero not by finding meaning, but by creating it in the face of meaninglessness. He defines himself not by his circumstances, but by his defiance. We are all Sisyphus. We wake up each day knowing that our work will be undone, our achievements will fade, our lives will end, and we have a choice. We can collapse under the weight of that knowledge, paralyzed by nihilism. Or we can do what Sisyphus does. We can choose our boulder. We can decide what is worth pushing for, not because it will last forever, but because it matters to us now in this moment in this life. The absurd hero does not wait for the universe to grant permission or provide purpose. The absurd hero creates meaning through action, through commitment, through the refusal to surrender to despair. The struggle itself becomes the point. The pushing becomes its own reward. Camus ends his essay with a single radical sentence. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Happy not because the institution has improved, not because the gods have relented or the boulder has stayed at the top, but because he has accepted the absurd and chosen to live fully within it. He has stopped waiting for external meaning and started generating his own. In that choice lies freedom. In that freedom lies happiness. So push your boulder, whatever it is, your work, your relationship, your creative projects, your daily routines. Push it knowing it will roll back down. Push it anyway, not because you are naive, but because you are awake. Not because it will last, but because you are alive. The universe does not care, but you do, and that is enough. One must imagine you happy. Thank you for listening to me once more. I remain your humble host, Brendan.